Okay, Laura, you're on mute.
I'm on mute. Michelle, did you find the globe on the judge's screen? Did you do that and check English?
No, I didn't do that.
Judge, there's a
Let me go
globe
back.
thing on the bottom of your screen. You'll have to click on it. It says interpretation, I think.
Yes, I see it down here.
Yeah, now we can hear you also.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. So now we just got to check with the interpreter.
Yes.
Let me go back on mute. I got it done.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. And what is your relationship to my client?
He's my father.
He's your father?
Yes.
And how many days in jail has he been, or how many months? Do you know?
1 year and a half.
A year and a half. Now, how many cars are there in your family?
Just 2.
Just 2. And one of them doesn't work, right?
Yes.
All right. Who uses the car that does work?
My sister.
And she's older than you are.
Yes.
You're 19 years old?
Yes.
And do you work?
Not right now.
So you're always at the house
Yes.
and you're there with your mother.
Yes.
So if your father was to be given a bond that he could make, which in this case would be a PR bond, you could help take care of him,
Yes.
and you would?
Yes.
And you would work with your sister to take him to any doctor appointments that he has?
Yes.
And there isn't much other things except to go to the dentist that he would need, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you would be there in the house with him
Yes.
at all times?
Yes.
Okay. And your mother speaks only Spanish, correct?
That's correct.
And I don't have any further questions of this particular witness, Your Honor, unless you or the prosecutor want to ask something.
Do you have anything, Ms. Ritchie?
No questions of this witness, Judge.
All right. No question. I don't have any.
Bring
Okay.
me yours.
Who would be your next witness?
My next witness is going to be this young lady's older sister. She's the one that's going to tell you that she has the car and she's not going to allow her father to use it under any circumstances, but that she will coordinate with her sister. Come on in. Have a seat right here. I'm going to introduce you to the judge. Okay, take your mask off. What's your name, young lady?
Oh, pardon me, you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What's your name, young lady?
Ana Maria Martinez.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 22.
And what is your relationship to my client?
He's my dad.
Okay. And how many cars do you all have in the family?
We have 2,
And how many of them are working?
just 1.
Just one.
Yes.
And do you have control of that vehicle?
Yes, I have.
Are you the only one that has control of the vehicle?
Yes.
And can you guarantee to the judge that your father will never have control of that vehicle?
Yes, I do.
And will you take your father to any dental appointments or any doctor appointments or any court appointments that he would have?
Yes.
And how long has he been in jail?
For 1 year and a half.
And are you able to communicate with him at all?
Yes.
How do you do that?
For now, only on the phone, but I can talk to him in person.
Okay. And I have no further questions, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions, Ms. Ritchie?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that answer.
Which answer was that, Ms. Ritchie?
The last answer. And how would you be, and are you able to communicate with him at all? Yes. How would you do that?
Okay.
I didn't get that answer.
And her answer was through the phone and in person.
Okay.
And at this time, I'll pass the witness.
Okay, any questions, Ms. Ritchie?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any other witnesses?
Your Honor, I'll proceed to a proffer.
Okay, go ahead.
I could call this young lady's mother, and she would testify to you that she has been married to my client for about 20 years, and that he is welcome back in the home, and that she will help and take care of him if you give him a bond where he can. And this young lady has a brother whose name is
Kalabir.
Hmm?
Kalabir.
Asayef.
Kalabir.
Did you hear that, Laura?
I didn't understand it.
Kalabir.
Spell it for the court reporter, would you?
JARODIT.
That's his first name. And how old is he?
He's 21.
And if he would testify, Your Honor, he would tell you that he would help his sisters and his father in any way that he could, you know, taking him out to the car if he needs a wheelchair, putting him in the vehicle, going with his sister to the doctor or to the dentist or to court if need be, and that he would be there. And that would be the end of the testimony that we would have, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so then your argument to the court is?
My argument to the court is that, Your Honor, his age puts him at a very, very, very high risk. Luckily, he hasn't gotten COVID yet, or he hasn't gotten COVID, but there's still the danger there in the jail that he would get.
Do you know if he's had the vaccine yet?
No, he has not had the vaccine at this point.
He has not received the vaccine? Because I thought the jail was starting to pass out the vaccine.
Well, I think he should have been the first one to get it because
Well,
of his,
it would seem to me that he should be on one of the very first to get it,
but he has
but he has not, you said?
not.
Okay,
And so, Your Honor, I would ask you for a PR bond for him. He's been in jail for a year and a half. His age puts him at a very, very high danger of getting the COVID because of the circumstances, because there's only one vehicle in the family. And this young lady has testified to you that she's in control of that vehicle, and he would never be in control of that vehicle. He's not a danger to the community. And of course, he's not a flight risk. You saw him, or you can see him right there. There's no way that he could even leave the house, really, to leave. He has no other place that he could go. And so I would ask the court for a PR bond where he could be with his family, considering his age. He's 75 years old, substantially older than yourself, Your Honor, but only a little bit older than I am.
all right. Ms. Ritchie, your position?
Your Honor, we're vehemently opposing any sort of PR bond. That is offensive to the surviving victim of the accident, and it is offensive to the victims that have passed on that were violently killed in this incident. He is a flight risk. I do have information from the family here that he is not a citizen of the United States. He was coming from Juarez the night of the incident. He does have family ties to Juarez. And so my fear is that because of the ages of the child that was killed and the 26-year-old victim as well, that, you know, Juarez is not that far away. And that because he does have ties, that there is a flight risk there, Judge. $300,000, I do believe, is low, considering the facts of the circumstances here. The other surviving victim, he is permanently disabled because of this. The lives of this family has been permanently altered, and the community too. The community deserves to be safe and not be subject to crimes of this particular violence, Judge. It's terrible. And so I'm opposing any sort of reduction or any PR.
Your Honor, I think all of my opposing counsel's argument, I don't think there's been any evidence given to it. And it's my understanding that my client became a U.S. citizen when my witness was a youngster. And so it's my understanding that my client is a naturalized U.S. citizen. And while he may have ties to Juarez, like 90% of the people here in El Paso do, how he would get there, I don't think he's a flight risk.
All right.
And Judge, I do want to let you know that the surviving family members, they are watching via YouTube.
That's okay. Anybody can watch. I don't feel comfortable with a PR bond at all, given the circumstances of this case. The bond will remain where it's at, but I will contact the jail. I want to make sure he gets a chance to get the vaccine. I think that is important, and I don't understand if he's the age he is, that why he wouldn't have been eligible one of the earliest. So we'll contact the jail. I'll contact him immediately about that.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Back to the people there right now at the annex. Are you all on there right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You all are doing vaccines at the jail now, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. And the question was that, here's a guy who's like 70, almost 75 years old. He has not received the vaccine. Is that correct? Or do you not know?
Voy a aceptarlo.
Your Honor, Mr. Martinez is telling me that he was offered the vaccine, but he refused to take it. And now he's willing to.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a big difference.
He's just telling me that he's willing to take it.
Okay. Well, then I will assume that the jail offered it to him. He turned it down, but now he says yes. So if you all at the annex can get word to the people who give the vaccines that he's ready to take that, so hopefully he can get it soon.
Your Honor, we'll make all the arrangements necessary for him to be able to get the vaccine no later than this week.
All right. Thank you also. Yes, thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Macias.
Yeah.
We will get this case to trial, though, as quickly as we possibly can. I know you have a couple of clients that may have been in maybe even a little longer, but he certainly, I'm hoping to get him tried before the end of the year.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Have a good week.
You do the same.
We can go off live then.
Oh, Your Honor, I had, there's another matter that I wanted to broach with you. I had asked for Daniel Anchondo to be appointed second chair in this particular case. Did you see that motion and request by any chance?
I did not see that